Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn of the great state of Tennessee, member of the Senate Judiciary and Finance Committees, also the GOP candidate for Tennessee governor. Good to see you. Look, if you could talk to me about this, we're looking live now. Obviously, this is a procedural vote. They're voting on the Dems version of this. I keep mentioning that $1.5 trillion. I don't know. Is that a sweetener? I don't know what the Dems are looking for. What are they?
Well, this is ridiculous. And yes, $1.5 trillion in spending for a 7-week period of time. Harris, they want to go back and put NPR and funding for that back in place. They want to reinstitute things that we voted for and changes we made when we passed the big, beautiful bill. President Trump is right on this. These are changes the American people wanted to see. And quite honestly, if the Democrats want to continue this, I think the American people are realizing full well what they are doing. $1.5 trillion in new spending for a 7-week CR while we pass the remainder of our appropriations bills and move from a Biden budget to a Republican and Trump budget. Wow. But, you know, if they want to leave it shut down, go ahead. They're going to do whatever they want to do. I hope more Democrats vote with us to keep it open. But it does give President Trump and Russ Vought, who runs the Office of Management and Budget, the ability to remove non-essential federal employees.
So, and I heard the president talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, what they're doing is they're just handing him more power, technically.
Correct.
And from what you just said, from some of those items, it sounds like they're trying to flip the big, beautiful bill.
Well, they are trying to flip the big, beautiful bill. They were so upset that this passed, and they're doing away with a $50 billion rural health care transformation fund. And when they talk about Obamacare subsidies, Harris, the only thing that would terminate at the end of 2025 is the enhanced added COVID portion of those subsidies. The subsidies don't go away, just the enhancement that was put there through the American Recovery Plan. And then the Democrats extended it from ending in 22 to ending in 25. And guess what? Now they want to make that permanent. And Republicans are saying, no, we will discuss this, but we're going to do it in regular order, and we're not going to do it during a government shutdown. And this ridiculous proposal of Chuck Schumer, you're not going to get $1.5 trillion in new spending.
Yeah, I mean, that is a lot. OK, so the next vote is on the Republican CR to keep this open. We'll be covering it every step of the way to try to break that filibuster. Let's move to this. Senator Blackburn, yesterday during this hour, you heard gut-wrenching testimony from families of murder victims. It was part of a Judiciary Committee hearing on the human cost of Democrat-led cities' soft on crime policies. And one of those policies, lenient sentencing for violent criminals, was front and center. If this grandmother's words don't break your heart, you're missing a heart. Watch.
He shot my grandson in cold blood 7 times. And they didn't consider that as first-degree murder. How long do we have to suffer? This must change. I don't care who makes the changes. It needs to happen. I'm simply asking for someone to do the right thing. And my family did not get justice, and nobody heard me until now. Thank you, President Trump.
For Alicia Cook, we hear you. We pray with you and for you over your loss. Senators also highlighted the Trump administration's efforts to reduce violence in crime-ridden Democrat-led cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, Baltimore, and New York. And you noticed, I mean, this is raw. And this will get people to flip parties. She said it doesn't matter who makes the decision to fix this. And right now, that would be President Trump. This exchange has gone viral. Senator Josh Hawley pressed Biden's former deputy director of gun violence prevention, over a report published by his organization. It's called A Policymaker's Playbook to Reduce Gun Violence Without Policing Communities. Keyword, without. Holly dug into the specific portion of that report.
We need to invest in programs that acknowledge the need for safe space initiatives led by lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirit, trans, and gender nonconforming people. What's two-spirit?
Well, look, I don't know exactly. You guys are pulling some interesting quotes.
This is from your report.
Look at I feel like I'm looking at a two-faced individual, because you talk about reducing
Oh, no, sir.
violence.
You're looking at somebody who's reading you your own words, and I'd like to hear an answer.
Programs.
Here's the answer. The answer is you don't have any solutions. You want to invest in gobbledygook and take away money from police officers who actually keep our communities safe, and when you're called on the record, you deny it. It's all there in black and white, and your record is there in black and white, and it's a disgrace.
I understand you were there yesterday.
Yes, I was indeed. And we had State Senator Brent Taylor from Memphis as one of our witnesses, because the president, A.G. Bondi, Kash Patel, and 13 federal agencies, federal and state agencies, are on the ground helping Memphis to get control of their crime problem. We're really grateful for that. And Harris, here is the thing. These policies like cashless bail that Representative Stefanik and I are trying to end, cashless bail lets these criminals go when they have had multiple convictions. And you heard this from Ms. Cook, who broke my heart as she pleaded for someone to recognize what happened to her family and what she wanted to be heard. And indeed, you wrap your arms around these people. And Harris, when you have people like the exchange that Senator Hawley had, where they cannot explain what they're trying to do because they do not have a plan, they are soft on crime, and they will make heroes out of criminals. They will make villains out of law enforcement. It has to stop. Thank goodness Donald Trump is doing something about it.
Look, I look at the picture of where you are. You're on Capitol Hill right now, and I mentioned this changes people's votes. I mean, people on the left don't want to live like this, and so this is a midterm issue. I mean, crime is always an issue. Now it's front and center.
Yes, it is.
Good to see you, Senator. Thank you for being in focus.
You got it.